Caught in the backfield, it's Barres. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third down, going up top. Fires complete on the crosser. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. This one's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 1st down here for the offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Alford. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
The Jayhawks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running into the open space. There he goes. And he'll be brought down. The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Turning it on. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Oh, fellas, we need this. Let's do it.
On the move, it's Barres. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jeffrey. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The kick is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Barres. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Barres. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. He might want another play. They go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. He's got it over. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Cowboys need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Perez. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using his legs, it's Moss. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Culliver. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. We've reached a break. Oklahoma State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Off the play fake on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Cowboys need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Mum. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the run, it's Moss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Jayhawks want to move quickly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 20. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on last year's national champion, the Kansas Jayhawks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Kansas offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Motion from the wideout. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Weeks. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Weeks. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cougars are marching down the field. Now they'll run it to the right here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wide open spaces. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas!
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up. There he goes! He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Culliver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. QB draw. Oh, what a move to get room. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Culliver. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something that defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Let's go, O! Let's go, O! Let's go!
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field like it.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Weeks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And BYU will get the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the air. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They just keep firing. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Weeks. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This BYU offense... with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. They'll run the screen. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. They boot it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cougars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man, it's Diggs. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
He's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Show what we are made of, offense.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They punt it away on 4th down. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Rides the back on the option to give. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, giving 1. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Using the quick game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. The Cougars are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He's looking to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Quarterback on the keeper. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets enough. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Weeks. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Wants to throw again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's the pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. And this one splits the uprights.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cougars. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
The give to the tailback.
They're trailing by 10 to Liberty. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on third. With the catch, it's Diggs. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gunner. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense lining up quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion.
First down. Don't let him get there.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sets up the screen. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Grabs behind the line. It's Cook. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give out of the gun. Across the 25. Oh, a lot of space. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Archon Jayhawk. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
14, BYU, 10.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. He'll heave it deep. Pulls it in down the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly job.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Lots of running room. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 4th down, and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. Snap it to the back. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man down the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Jayhawks decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air on 2nd down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And the Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about shifting this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Diggs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receiver?
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
If If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Finds his man. It's Diggs. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Rides to back and leaves it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Jayhawks are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Under fire. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. And that crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 24 to Texas Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The snap sets up the throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up.
He's loose. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Jayhawks want to move quickly.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
The Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Moss. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Jayhawks are flying down the field.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Quarterback making checks. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Pushes for the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on third and goal, they might force a field goal attempt.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you dump...
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He's in open space downfield. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're working that left side. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Got a little space. And tackled there by the defense. The Jayhawks look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll move the tight end. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Tight end now in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They want to throw it. He's got him. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. On the option. Now the toss. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
35, BYU, 10.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Weeks. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. And the timing just a hair off. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's the heat. They got him for back, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
On the ground with the counter. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two got together, Kansas got to wave the weed in jubilation and took the Sunflower Showdown in a classic.
That was big for them on the field, and David, it was big for them off the field too, because these two programs oftentimes are trying to recruit the same players in high school and through the portal. So Kansas winning that one was massive. We'll see what happens today.
And a lot of rock, chalk, Jayhawk. The Jayhawk fans were jacked up to win this rivalry. They're usually the underdog. They don't win it as much as the other side. So last year was a big statement for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Jayhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Off play action on first down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
The Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Got the first down and more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's got it and still on his feet. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. On 3rd down, going up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Punt is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They're going to run it to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Gets open down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Francis. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Makes the catch.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Francis. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But, man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. And the Jayhawks, they got to...
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going again. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. 3rd down play from the gun. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the sheet, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Purdy on the Jets. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. To the ground. He's got it again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Francis. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Good timing on the quick out. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Those play action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. And some room to work. It's a seam wide open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Looking for room. It's Francis. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll give it to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The Jayhawks will move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Jeffrey. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires deep on the run. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the counter. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Oh, they're after him. Setting up the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. There's the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Moss. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Gives it on the option. Runs through the tackle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, so much to break down, from a spirited start to the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and K-State. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Whether it's Rock Chalk or Emaw, these two always deliver. As compelling an in-state rivalry as there is.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking to throw on 3rd. The quick out. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Payne. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The RPO fired complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. He'll keep it himself. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Seriously, just disgraceful.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Conway. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Francis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless and moved. Touchdown, Kansas State! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 8 over Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's complete to the left. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Good enough for a first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Holds it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line.
First down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Culliver. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He now has 79 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Thought he had it and couldn't get uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Francis. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Conway. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Creates a little space. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
Here's a big decision for you on offense now. You just gave up a negative play. You lost some momentum down by the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute right now on 4th down to generate a touchdown? Let's find out.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's Francis.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs management. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kansas State really has this drive rolling.
Just get it in the pocket. Come on, be patient.
To the air on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. Knocked off his feet. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. And he'll be brought down. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Quickly complete. Spaces. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Catch in the middle. It's Jeffrey. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Going for the big play. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 5 over Florida. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Handoff to the single running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Grabbed in the middle. It's Conway. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Francis. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Working that wide receiver screen. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Makes the grab. It's Moss. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Grab behind the line. It's Francis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fakes to grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Keeps looking downfield. Got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Jeffrey. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. And he missed it. No good. Now all the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.